we go into should we just do the intro and then go to a word, or what are we doing? Or are we tying this into a word?
Well, no, we're not tying it.
Okay.
I've decided that I'm tired of the whole tying it in thing.
Yeah.
I like just having a conversation of what happened this week, or what about that video I sent you, or
well, it shows you how much heavy lifting I had to do in this podcast to get you there to those words.
Okay, so on this word, I'm going to tell you that
should we do the actual, hey, this is Hang Out with Your Slang Out? In case you guys who clicked on our actual podcast, this is Hang Out with Your Slang Out. I'm Dan.
How would they have found us without seeing the title of the show?
That is a long ass name. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's why we didn't name the podcast.
I did. I'm Dan, and then you did the ABC, whatchamacallit, whatever. That was a really.
I did not do an ass to ball connection. I'm Matt.
Finally.
No, forever.
All right, just start the music.
Just play the drums.
Hey, friend.
Hello.
What do you got?
Well, here's the thing. I read the word. I hear Jaden say it all the time. I read the definitions that you have on our list that we always have ongoing, and I still don't understand it.
Well, if I wrote down the definition, there's a 50-50 chance I wrote it wrong.
Fair. And maybe that's why I don't understand it.
I'm ready when you are.
So I think I want to find out what type shit means.
This is a good one. I'm still a little confused by it.
My keyboarding teacher in high school, which keyboarding was actually learning how to type, which means it should have been typing. Doesn't matter. That was their command to us at the beginning of class. Type shit.
Really?
No, not really. I went to a Catholic high school. They didn't say shit. They said type stuff.
Type bull malarkey.
They said
E-U-L-L.
They said type the little brown fox jumps over the lazy river. Is that the one that has all the letters?
Yes.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy river.
No, it's the wet dog sighs in a dry fire. Right?
No, because that doesn't have a Q.
No, it's a haiku.
Or a Z.
If you spell dog right, it has a Z in it. So personally, first time I heard type shit, Jaden said it. He was not exactly sure what he was saying because he got it from his friend who, his international friend, Aleem.
His international friend.
His international friends. My son is just, he's globally known.
He's friends with Austin Powers, the international man of mystery.
There's ain't no mystery here, but he's from Trinidad, and he said type shit all the time.
And Tobago, or just Trinidad?
And Tobago.
Tobago? Toboggan?
That should be my new thing, Tobago. I don't know if I can type that.
I don't think you can.
Is there a picture like when I put the tomato?
Yeah, you would put
a toboggan and
in the island of Trinidad and Tobago.
There's an emoji for the island of Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad. Well,
just see me
lost our listeners there. Aleem, can you get them back for us?
You see me smack the mic with my can of liquid death. Murder your thirst, people.
Murder this podcast.
Type shit originates from type of shit. Pretty much in conversation equates to I feel you, I hear you, when someone responds to what a person is saying with it. And I've heard my son, that's the way he's been using it lately. Like he drops it on the ladies a little bit. Like they'll be like, oh, I was watching you, or like, oh, hey, you should give me your Instagram, and he's all type shit.
I'm confused, like, because in that situation, it doesn't really feel like I'm an I hear you or I'm with you thing. That makes it sound like same. That makes it sound like let's trade Instagrams.
So here's one that's
Instagram handles, I should say.
It blows me. So I use Urban Dictionary all the time. He usually goes more legit, goes for dictionary.com. But when every now and then Urban Dictionary puts out something that feels like it is way too mature for it to be on their website. That was his head exploding. I just blew his mind. But I'm really
excited. Ooh, I already like where it's starting.
Yep.
Type shit, a colloquial term that is used in conjunction with a phrase, idiom, verb, or adjective to quickly summarize a given scenario. I looked for that dude all day. Then my boy called me and told me where to find him. So, of course, I pulled up on some, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass type shit.
How do you be so eloquent and then so
Thug.
street thug at the end? That's a yin yang if I've ever seen
It's a
one.
riddle wrapped in a conundrum. Marcus came to school thinking he was fly on some I got some new shoe type shit. See,
that okay.
These two definitions make more sense to me because that's like it's like talking about like the mentality behind the thought. So like the blank 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 type shit, it's like that blank 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 is the mentality that is that type shit. My girl always wants to start shit. She'll be on some who you texting type shit.
Okay, so they're doing this a lot with a lot of the words we've been noticing or little phrases.
Oh, this is interesting because then this one goes the opposite. Well, not the opposite of that, but the opposite of the original definition that we read, which is usually meaning psych, which is golden to me. Thank you. Or just playing. 2 is sarcastic or a joke. And 3 is a statement said before is false. I can't read the description. Sorry, that kid across the street. But I'll edit it. It said, "Damn, that person over there has swag," and then follows with type shit. So
it's like,
oh, and I should point out that it's prefaced with "point at a nerd." So like, it's basically saying,
quit pointing at yourself, dude.
Oh, so I should. It's like
nerd alert.
Nerd alert. So you point at somebody that.
Whoa! That's the best nerd alert you got in you.
No, we're talking about type shit.
You defined the nerd alert, so give it to the listeners.
I didn't define the nerd alert.
You know how many nerds get excited when you go nerd alert?
3. None of them listen to us.
But
they don't want to know slang.
That's 3 chubbers we need.
Trevors.
Chubbers.
Oh, chubbers. Chubbers. That's
Trevors.
nice.
Well, one of them might be Trevors.
Anyways, so like.
So they would say it like you're psyching somebody out, like, hey, look over there, type shit. Like, I just got you, psych.
No.
That's what you just described.
No, they point at a nerd, said that, and then say that they have swag.
Quit pointing at yourself.
They point at a good podcaster and then say that they're good at podcasting, and then they go type shit.
Damn it. I guess I should have left that alone.
But
I brought that on myself.
But I don't feel like that's the way Jaden uses it. So now what I'm understanding is this phrase has no meaning because
it feels like they're putting it in different things, right?
Every meaning.
And they've been doing that with a lot of words lately, where it seems like it kind of goes into little things.
Like for sure, when Jaden uses it, it sounds like, oh, I'm agreeing with the thing you just said.
Yeah, but it's like a hip way to do it.
Although arguably you said that Jaden could be using it wrong because
when he initially first heard it, because I stopped him and I can't remember if we had the podcast going yet or not, but I was just like, what does type shit mean? Because he said it and he was just like, I'm not sure. He's all, because Aleem uses it, JT uses it. They're both, and JT's from the UK. And so we didn't know if it originated from there, but now it's getting used. It's used all the time. And Aleem used it all the time. He even because I'm friends with him on like Instagram and stuff, and he'll post stuff and write type shit.
See, this follows what he says, which is means I feel that. And the example is, shouty, where are you from? And then she says Venezuela, because somehow she's from Venezuela and has heard the term shouty. And he responds with, oh, type shit.
Yeah, that's the way he's totally using it right now. But he's my son's in his love connection phase. He's in his George Clooney phase. The phase where you don't ever want to get married.
I like this one. Phrase my friends say in Snapchats, but use incorrectly. Jasmine and Mia, type shit. Me, that's not how it works. You don't just say type shit. You have to say something before it, like hamburger type. And then Jasmine and Mia cut him off again and say, type shit.
I can't type shit. My phone always autocorrects it. See?
I don't like the way that they put this because it's not proper English, but it's funny to me.
Never stopped us.
Because they left out a word, which is when you know there is nothing else to say. Friend says some dumb, not funny joke. Me, type shit.
Kind of fits us a little bit. I think you're thinking of it the other way, though. No, I'm thinking of it right.
Mm-mm.
I routinely feel that way.
The phrase you use is a filler word at the end of a sentence. It's a slang word for you understand. I was gone off that Larry Bird last night, popping gold bottles, getting lit, type shit.
Larry Bird?
Yeah, I don't know. Who let this 50-year-old in here?
I say they picked Larry Bird. I can already feel it. If we try to use this like that, where it makes sense to us, we will kill this word in a heartbeat.
Yeah, probably.
We would look so dumb saying type shit. Let's just do it. Next time we're out, we went out for drinks and dinner earlier. We should have dropped it then.
Next time you order a Coke and they're like, oh, it's Pepsi, I'll be like, type shit.
I should have dropped it at Gin and Real the other night when they put a lime in my drink and I didn't even ask. Is Trill kind of type shit? That's Trill as shit type shit. No, type shit would be like, this is what we're doing. Trill is like...
Type shit is, I'm agreeing with that. Trill is more defining it as something.
The realest, truest.
Yeah.
Okay. They're all connected, dude.
And they're both sort of agreement words, but one is like agreement and I'm telling you that it's cool. The other one is just, I get what you're saying.
Let's just do type shit when everybody says something like, oh, that's going to be $30, please. Type shit.
Type shit.
We'll use it all the time. Can you pass me the salt? Type shit.
What'd you call me?
What am I supposed to do with this homework? Type shit.
Nice.
Get it?
No.
Oh.
Please explain.
So if you're doing homework and it's usually on a computer, there's a keyboard. So I just told you just type.
It's usually on a computer. What school did you go to that you had to use a computer for?
Every school these days. Have you ever seen a school?
Oh, no. I didn't say that. I said, what school did you go to that you had to use a computer for homework?
I played Oregon Trail.
It's not homework.
Felt like it.
Maybe you should have stopped getting dysentery.
I have to admit, going to computer class, like you'd get out of class, you'd have to walk down the hallway to the computer lab or computer room where they put those old Apple computers, hand out floppy disks in the little sleeve, paper sleeve, wobble it in there and click on that black screen to play a word game called Oregon Trail, which
it was like,
it kind of fun.
It was like the first RPG.
Yeah. RPGs like, did anybody watch Big? He plays that game
like
where
with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, and you have to type in this the ogre killed the snake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking anybody's younger, they probably never watched Big.
But they should. Big was one of my favorite movies growing up.
It was a good movie. I love me some Tom Hanks.
Who doesn't love Tom Hanks? Who doesn't love Zoltan? Zoltar. Yeah.
It's got to be Zoltar.
Who doesn't love an angry toy executive being mad that a kid grew up to be older and is now nailing all of his presentations because he's a kid who grew up?
Not just his presentations. Nails his girlfriend, too.
He does nail his girlfriend.
Yep. You want to sleep over? I get the top.
Before or after the trampoline?
Golden. Tom Hanks.
But it was like everything about that. Like you were like, oh, man, because you're a kid watching it and you're like, if I had the money, I would totally get a loft apartment in New York City and just put a bunch of toys in it.
He had a full-size Godzilla blow-up doll.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was the dream. Oh,
yeah,
God.
no, I do want to watch the movie again.
Tom Hanks is type shit, dude.
When you find an actor that is a Swiss Army knife, that's some Tom Hanks type shit. That guy can play anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, almost anything.
I think he could play anything.
Yeah, maybe.
If you let him do it, he would do it.
Fish Called Wanda? Great.
He's not in a Fish Called Wanda.
He's not?
No.
No, he's in Splash.
Yeah.
The other one with water.
John Candy's in that one.
Fish Called Wanda. Splash.
Splish Splash. Splash with some type shit.
Quigley Down Under. That was a movie, right? Quigley Down Under.
Down Under?
Down Under.
We haven't done our accents. Hey, that'll cheer this up.
I don't think it will. Let's rethink that.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby. I got it. It's right there.
It is until you say it's right there.
What are you talking about?
It's right there. It's right there.
Val. I like it a lot.
There it is. It's over there. That's how you say there in an Australian accent.
You got to call that enough?
When Quigley's down under, he's right over there. Where? There. That's where he is there. He's got shrimp on the barbie, and he's over there.
You call that a knife? You gotta do your little knife thing you always do.
Call that a knife? This is a knife. That's not a knife. That's a spoon. Ah, let's see. You played knifey spoony before. Just lost all of Australia.
Did we just got him back too?
Yeah, I know.
No. You never seen Constantine? Not Constipation.
Constantinople?
Sure. Gavin Rosdale plays a demon in it.
Constantine with your boy.
Keanu. That's Australian.
That's not Australian.
Maybe a shrimp ate your Keanu.
You sound like
Sound a little Hawaiian on that one.
Nope. No, you didn't.
Keanu?
No.
What's that sound like?
You sound like somebody from the African continent trying to do an Australian accent.
Did you ever see Lethal Weapon 2?
Yes.
And the bad guys are talking and he calls them black, but it sounds like he says blick. And then
I don't remember
Mel
that.
Gibson and Danny Glover just turn to each other and they're like, "Oh, you're blick." So apparently I had that accent down too.
That movie gave me not that movie, but that series of movies gave me one of my favorite lines and made me realize why I am a true Murtaugh, because I'm too old for this shit.
And I'm older than you.
Yeah, but I work with kids.
Okay. It gave you
So
my
routinely they'll say or do something, and I'm like, I'm too old for this shit.
Lethal Weapon gave me my favorite line. They get into the car together for the first time, and Danny Glover looks at him, and he's all like, "God hates me. That's what it is." And Mel Gibson's smoking that cigarette, and it's like all that smoke comes out of his nose, and his eyes bug out, and he's all, "Hate him back. Works for me." It's my favorite. I quote that shit all the time.
Yeah,
I'm a lovely man inside. That's
sure you are.
That's some type shit right there.
I feel like now when you say ridiculous things, it should be just be like, that's some podcast type shit.
All right. We'll be saying that a lot then.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pretty funny.
I'll be saying that a lot.
I'm a pretty funny podcast guy.
If it's your first episode, and judging on the numbers, it might be.
Thank you.
He's not. You'll learn.
I don't know. I'm pretty good lately.
You're right. They might not learn because they'll listen to the one and they'll be like, "Oh God, this is terrible." Never listen.
And then they'll go listen to Giat because that's the one that's just will not stop growing. I think it's at 150, 160 now or something.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
That's funny because I also feel like that's one of the few that, like, if you logically think it through, you can kind of get to what it means.
A lot of these are, but
some of the other ones are a little fishy. Like you have to fish.
Well, I want to thank you for this week for bringing in type shit.
Type shit, man.
You want to take the credit for it?
I think that's the problem that I have with it now that I'm thinking about it, is I feel like it needs to be followed with something. Like it needs to be like, you know, like type shit, man.
Or type shit, dude.
Yeah.
Type shit, Coolio.
I think like just cutting it at type shit, like that's the part that annoys me.
But that's tough and urban and young, youthful.
Tough and urban and young. Tui.
Tough, urban, and young. John Stamos?
No.
Brian Adams.
Yes.
Corey Hart.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's amazing. 3 people. You named 2 Canadians.
Well, they are pretty great. They are type shit.
Type shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Guy's really funny. That's some Canadian type shit.
right now, Ryan Reynolds is having a moment. Is probably the most powerful Canadian on earth.
Even more powerful than the Prime Minister.
Yeah, totally. His
Even more powerful than Connor McDavid.
His Wolverine and Deadpool is pretty goddamn
I really
glorious.
need to go see it.
It's pretty glorious. It's just, and it's blended so much now. He's Deadpool. Like Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool are the same goddamn character, because you watch all his stuff, his advertising that's got nothing to do with Wolverine and Deadpool, and it's the same friggin' humor. It's glorious. We got to make friends with that dude.
Well, get on it then.
I've been trying, dude.
You're right. You are lame. I'll get on it.
I've been working on my calves this whole time.
I don't think that's going to help.
When he's fit.
Oh, I thought you meant like baby cows.
That is some type shit right there.
I don't know that you want to work on those.
Why not?
Well, I mean, they're babies.
I'm good with babies, though.
Not baby cows.
Baby. That's some type shit, baby. See how I got there?
That sounded a little Australian.
Maybe the dingo ate your type shit, baby. No. Maybe? Little?
No. It sounds like you're an Australian trying to do an American accent while hitting on somebody.
Did it work?
Did not work.
You know, there's a method to my madness.
A dingo listened to this podcast.
There's a method to my madness. Did you hear the little lisp at the end on that?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I didn't even mean to do that.
Sounded like you were taking a drink of milk. Well, it was a good time.
Always.
There's some real podcast type shit.
That is some type shit. This type shit that's type shit on top of that.
Now you're trying too hard.
Nope. I'm trying to see how many times I can say type shit. This is like cap all over again.
You're treating it like Jack Russell.
I'm killing it.
You're trying to.
You can't kill him again, dude.
You can't.
Oh, shoot. I'm the one that killed him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can't prove it.
It's on this podcast. It's proof now. Proof's in the pudding.
Well, hopefully, none of those 30 people that will hear that are like, prosecutors.
Watch this be our most popular episode. 17,000 listeners.
Just takes off. That'll be some type shit.
It will be some type shit. Also, if you're listening to this, and you don't hate it yet, which hopefully you don't.
You'll get there.
Tell your friends about us. And also, if all of you do hate it, do we just get 30 new listeners each week? Huh. The world may never know.
I just really hope there's some petty people out there if they hate us. Just drag us through the mud.
Maybe just like use our sounds for TikTok. That's all I'm saying. We say some things that would be pretty funny with some different video.
Oh, how good would it be if
or any video?
All my accents took off. They could use them with all the dog videos and shit.
So this has been another episode of Hang Out with Your Slang Out. I'm Matt.
And I'm Dan. That's Australian, right?
No, that was like
this little Forrest Gump. Oh, I'm good at Alabama. Yeah. Yes, Dan. That's type shit. Yes, you are. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. I'm Dan.
Did it again. I'm Dan.
That's my pee-pee.
Lieutenant Dan, come back.
Oh man.
Maybe a dingo ate. The worst part about that line is
he's gone.
The worst part about that line is I can't say a dingo ate your baby without doing an Australian accent. So when I tried to force a Southern accent over it, I still went into Australian.
See? Now you understand what it's
no,
like
but
to be
you
me.
are the opposite. Like whatever the accent's supposed to be, you find something else.
I'm just that good.
And also none of your accents are actual accents. Actually, what you would really like right now is we've been watching Big Brother, and there's this girl, I think her name's T-Core, and she lives in Chicago now.
Mm-hmm.
She was born in London, and she lives somewhere else, London thing. And so she blames her accent on that, and her accent definitely sounds like she's trying to impersonate 3 different accents at the exact same time.
That sounds like me. That's some type shit right there.
But that she thinks she's doing a specific accent, which does make it exactly like you.
Is she extremely handsome like me?
Sure.
That's type shit. All right, we got to get out of here.
Is it time to go on holiday?
Crikey. I think so.
Time for a walkabout.
Where we're going to walk?
No, that's not what. Never mind.
I almost choked on my walk.
Why were you trying to swallow your walk?
Why aren't you talking in the accent anymore?
Well, because now I'm concerned for you that you tried to eat a walk.
Oh, well, thank you for listening.
Well, thank you for listening.
Just hang out with your slang out.
You know, I think that's what this game should be, is you try an accent and then I try to mimic whatever you just did so that you can hear it, because I don't think you hear it when you do it. Like you should, because it's in the old microphone up here.
I'll finish this episode with my Italian accent. You ready?
If that's the start of it, I am so ready.
That's a spicy podcast day. I'm Daniel.
That's a podcast. That's exactly what you sounded like. You didn't sound like.
But you got
that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah. Well, I only do it good when I do it Mario.
I'm a Tony. Look at me. I got a tomato on my head.
I'm a Mario.
Hey,
This is hang out with your slang out.
Hey, Mama Celeste, why don't you come over here? We can talk.
I shove a glass in your mouth.
The only thing Italian that you're doing with this entire thing
is my fingers.
Your fingers clasped together, flicking your wrist backwards.
Hey, don't typecast me. That's some type shit right there.
Look at me. I got a tomato on my head.
Tomato.
We came up with this whole storyline. I'll tell the kids at home because they're the only ones listening. We came up with a storyline, my buddy and I, my big bro, technically, and it was in the freezer section at the grocery store. And Tony, the frozen pizza magnate, probably not a real person, but that's not the point. He had a chef's hat, and at the top of the chef's hat, instead of just the normal bulb, was a tomato. And so it's, hey, Tony, or hey, it's me, Tony. Look at me. I got a tomato on my head. And then
I got a tomato on my head. See, I sound just like you.
Nothing like me. And then we developed the story into him hitting on Mama Celeste on her box, just a few pizzas away.
Good thing. Good times.
Yeah. Nothing like a little frozen pizza. Frozen pizza humor. Frozen pizza humor. Fropy.
Yeah.
Fropy hue.
FPH. I've always said that.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we're a little punch drunk.
Yeah, it's gotten a little ugly.
Well, that's some type shit. I'm type shit Dan.
God, your outros are so terrible. You always are like, I'm the word Dan. Why didn't you come up with anything?
The bird is the word. Okay. Then what do you got?
This is some Matt type shit.
You just ripped me off.
Suck it. Losers.
Come back with my joke.
We out of here. We'll see you soon, Slangers.
Peace out. A peace out, sir.
I've been sending you a lot of videos lately.
We can't talk about that on there.
Comedy videos.
Yes.
Are there any of you that you've liked?
Yeah, you actually sent me a few really funny ones. A few that would borderline nerdy dad jokes that
Most of them are pretty nerdy dad jokes.
I get it because it's like you send me something, I'm like, oh, that's so his humor. Some of them it's my humor and I laugh, and then you send me other ones where it's like, I can't believe you made me just watch that. I feel like your wife in that aspect.
Wait, you meant that in a serious note?
That one?
That was hilarious.
Oh, it was
Swallow.
Oh.
Come on, that's funny. The thing is,
you can't just sing swallow and move on. You got to set that up, dude.
No, I don't. Find the video. It's a reel. Well, I saw it as real. And it's this one guy, and he takes.
Did you see the Billy Idol one?
Which one? There are multiple.
Yeah, I almost sent it to you. I was like, he's probably seen it.
And so basically, he does this sort of rudimentary cartoon. It almost looks like it was on what was the late night cartoons that got popular for a while?
It reminds me of one of the ones that was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah, that's gonna remind me of those.
Is it Matt Groening? Or no, he's Simpsons. I can't remember.
Also, it's Groening, but
is it Groening?
Yeah, it's spelled Groening, but it's Groening.
I thought it was pronounced that way.
Oh,
I got the last name. Starts with an S.
Oh, Robert Smigel.
Schmeigel. Yeah. So like the Ace and Gary.
Yeah, although those were like classic.
But the animation looks really crappy like that.
Yeah, but it's like classic 70s, 80s animation.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas,
like Hanna-Barbera.
Whereas in this draw up, it looks like the really sort of jagged one when like people realized they could use computers to make cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you could tell that they had drawn it on a computer. And so there was this like certain interesting like high tech level of jankiness to it. Anyways,
that's what Mike Judge did with didn't he do something before Beavis and Bud? It's kind of like how he used to draw the guy he based the stapler one off from Office Space. Yeah. He was all jiggly, whatever, jittery like that.
Jiggly, isn't that a movie? It's Jiggly. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so the animation's like that, but basically what he does is he takes all these like just snippets of 80s and 90s songs and does a video that's a complete pun to it. So like the swallowed one is Bush. I sent him this video and it's him. It says Gavin Rossdale, bird watching.
Yeah.
And then it scans up and it's a swallow sitting on a branch and he just says the line swallow.
But he says it like him saying
like the song.
Swallowed.
And it's effing fantastic. It's pure comedy gold. And he apparently hates it.
It's comedy copper at best.
It's comedy gold.
All right.
It may not be comedy platinum, but it's comedy gold.